Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Well, it's time to look at issues in the world of sport. Well, this time around, we'll be looking at the Handball Federation of Nigeria. A lot of issues have been coming up there when it comes to handball. Well, it has been a kind of where you look at it's getting better and all that. But right now, it's not going the way we actually expect it to go because Handball Federation of Nigeria right now are going through crisis. But from the way it is, we have to look at issues that involve handball in Nigeria. I have in the studio the person of Benjamin Obe. Good to have you.
Thank you very much.
Well, Benjamin Obe is an ex-international handball player, and really he did well for Nigeria. That's why we have him in the studio. A lot of issues here and there, but it's good to hear it from the horse mouth. Let's hear it from you. First of all, before we even go to the issue, who is Benjamin Obe?
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Chief Benjamin Obe, the Ojimeri one of Ojira. I played professional handball. I played in Cyprus. I played briefly in Tunisia. And I've played for various clubs in Nigeria. I played for Benue Buffaloes. I played for Imo Lions. I played for Yankari Boots, Bauchi. I played for Brunu Spiders. I played safety shooters. I played defenders, civil defense team. I played for the prisons. I've played for almost, I think I can name them, Edo Dynamos. I played for also Bayelsa Kings, and I can keep naming them. I played for almost all the clubs in Nigeria.
Before you moved to Cyprus?
Yes, before I moved to Cyprus. Even when I came back, I played for Nigerian Security and Civil Defense. That was my last club. I also ended up being a coach, and also I'm a Premier League referee in Nigeria.
Oh, Premier League, that's football or handball?
Handball.
Oh, wow, that's
also
a good
referee in Nigeria.
Well, so in a nutshell, now we have an ex-international. When it comes to handball, he has seen it all. He has played with so many clubs in Nigeria and also played in Cyprus as a handball player. Can you tell us the way you play when you were playing?
I'm left-handed, so I played from position 2 and 5.
Good one there. Now, at least a lot of people knows about you now. Let's look at handball in Nigeria. Handball for a while was doing so well. Everything was going smoothly. And then recently it was as if everything that has been going so smooth just it first of all started with the players union representative where they went to court, Samabua and Udale and all that. But after that, this one that came out has to do with you and HFN President Samuel Ocheho. Can you lead us into that particular, what really happened?
Okay, maybe in the case of Samabua and Joseph Udale, the players rep, I believe in let the right thing be done. And I was also part of those who said, look, don't fight, go to court, let the court hear you. Again, that's in the case of Abua versus Udale. The election was just done as if it's somebody's father's property. Normal election, the way it's done, the 36 states, you send representatives, send letters like it's done in other sports. But in handball, the Secretary General, Megidan Sama, just arrange people from Kwara and 2 from Lagos, and then say, come and vote, which means that nobody is supposed to talk. And when you talk, the first thing you just hear is that, well, you can go to wherever you want to go. So when they get to a point where it was supposed to resort to crisis, some of us said, no, there is no need fighting over the issue. At least let us test the issue in court. And the court agreed that the whole thing was just a nullity. And the process was completely wrong, which I agree totally with the court because the way at which it's being run is as if it's people's personal property. And then let me move to the aspect of myself and Sam Ochoho. It gets to a point where people get misunderstood. I was in court with Sam Ochoho in the first instance, and then he took me to Court of Appeal. Why I went to court, number one, is that when you are cooking for a blind man, you have to whistle. The level at which the finances are coming, you're not giving reports to anybody. He said he gave a report, I think, in 2019 in Lagos. I was there. I was the immediate past chairman of Benue State Handball Association. This is the report he gave. I have the report with me. And as a banker, it's really degrading, disrespectful, and unfortunate for him to give this kind of report. He said the income and expenditure, and the income, he just said money received from ministry. One, he said 15 million. Then he now started giving how he spent the money. which account did the money went to? The money went to personal account, his own personal account. That is one of the reasons we are fighting against. Then secondly, the Prudent Energy, how much did they give to us? This is the so-called thing he said he gave to us. These are the documents. You understand? These are the documents. I was there in 2019, before we say we should work on the Constitution. And if you go carefully to the Code of Governance for Federation, it is clear there that number one, if you go to, let me start with page 19 of the Code of Governance, it states clearly that section 21, 1.3, it said all accounts of the Federation and outside the country must be made known to the board and the commission. On no account must any federation or official maintain a private account. Maintain a private account on behalf of the federation. And there are evidences that that was done. And secondly, if you go, there are many of the issues that if you go further, you go to the section 1.6 of it. It says that all such monies collected shall be used expressly for the purpose it is intended to serve. Now we just came back. I'm going to still serve them another Freedom of Information bill very soon, because they went to for IHF trophy. IHF normally give money. And IHF, when they give this money, you are supposed to give account how the money is spent. The players went and they were only given just 70,000, officials 120-something thousand. How much dollars, how much pounds was given from this IHF, you don't need to know. And somebody will just stay and be spending the money anyhow.
Now, from all that you have actually showcased now, it shows that you want prudence. You want prudence in this particular matter, because you want him to be prudent enough to show that the Nigerians what he has done with the money, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now that you say you are still going to serve them with another...
Yes, not just even that. He took me to a court of appeal, and I'm going to cross appeal, because the judgment was partly accepted that every document, number one, the judgment simply said that every document for all the relevant championships, they should be available to me to look at it. If I am convinced, fine. If I'm not convinced, I take it to the EFCC. My own case is that I have written to them before, give me these documents that you use for social championship, how much you spend, which account is the money paid to, this and that, because you just wake up and Prudent will give you maybe 50 million. And then within the 50 million, you just spend something, you spend money like a magician, and you're spending it from your personal pocket. It's not right. And one of the areas you need to know is that the accounting officer, according to this same code of conduct, it says that the Secretary General and the Treasurer are the signatories to the account. This is the code of conduct of all the federation. But he is also, I think when we put more pressure on them last year, they went to open one federation account, which is still he is still part of the signatory to the account. And is the one in charge of the transferring and firing of the money. Nobody is against him. We're not looking at him. But when you are doing something, just stay within the focus. Why I am saying this is that this same Freedom of Information bill, the immediate past president of the federation was still served the same thing. And the same Samochoho was one of those who signed the same document and went to court against him and got judgment against Alhaji Yusuf Dauda. The same Samocho, in fact, he insulted him face to face that you are a criminal. You're not doing the right thing. Why can you not open up? Nobody knows exactly what he's doing within the federation. Nobody is against. Handball is growing. But when you're growing, we want the children too to benefit. We benefited in our own time. When we're playing Malta Guinness, it is clear Malta Guinness will bring money, they will declare the money. The president then, I think Larry Grover was there one time. I think Ndidi Okereke came in and so many others, even Colonel Nebo. When we're playing our own time, it was very clear. When they bring money, they give the malt to the players, they give the bags, and then whatever is entitled to teams, they give to them. Yes, they give what is to the teams, but what are we saying? Then there is also a clause that some percentage of this money should be kept for other purposes. So is it every championship will go struggle for money? This money will just come, they blow it. And then the way he blows it is as if it's his own personal money that is doing us a favor. No, if they give us money, how much was given to us? He has up to today refused to declare how much the Prudent is given to him. The only thing he will just tell us that if he wants money, he goes to them. That's what he told us. And he said it in this so-called report that he gave them.
So it means the sponsor of the league, according to him, that it doesn't announce the amount given. So whatever he needs, if you just go there, they will just issue. That's from the HFN president.
Yes.
Well, we've been talking with Benjamin Obe, the ex-international handball player, who has been giving us his own side of the story. From the way it is right now, a lot of issue here and there concerning that particular issue. But we just hope that everything will be, from the way you are sounding, since you say you are going to counter appeal now.
Yes, I'm going to cross appeal.
Cross appeal.
And my cross appeal is going to be, because we believe that the court erred. And let me be very frank. Early last year, when we had our first phase, the handball family met and they said, okay, let us slow down. Let us allow peace to reign. The case already was for judgment. And then we said, okay, no problem. He said, well, I'm sorry. There are some mistakes here and there. I didn't open up this. It's okay, no problem. We agreed with him. And then since then, I've forgotten that there was even a case in court. After the judgment, they gave part to me and then allowed the rest. I said, okay, I'm not going to do any other thing again. Let me see how it goes. Then just to be surprised, early this year, I was in Otukpo. I got a call from the Court of Appeal that he has taken me to Court of Appeal. So I think there is something he's hiding. I'm not disturbing him, he's the one now disturbing me. So if he brings the case, we'll follow it. And what I'm going to do, I will cross appeal. Because I will ask the EFCC, the ICPC, and the Inspector General of Police to investigate him. Those documents that he has refused to give to me, he should give to them, let them look at it. Which money, because one of the areas that he's scared of is that which account Prudent has been paying money into, except the last year. Every other time, the money goes to his account. I've been a Premiership referee and I've been paid through his account too. I have the evidence. I've been a Premiership referee. When we went for Prudent second phase in Lagos, he paid me through his account. But what are we saying? Everybody is making it look as if we are hating each other. We don't need to hate ourselves. Number one, our professions are different. God has blessed us in our own ways. So we don't need to hate ourselves. But what we want to do is that we want handball to be on the limelight. And to make some things clearer, I don't fight people, I fight issues. And with my training, because my last job was, I was in Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company as the head of anti-fraud. They call us the marshal. If you go to PhD Port Harcourt, when you hear marshal, you know. Even when they watch me, they know, this is one of our marshal. I'm somebody that whatever I do, I stand by the truth. And what I need to do is that when you are doing something for people, do it, let people understand you. But
well, let me cut in there. From all you have said so far, you are not even bothered about how it's done, but you just want to know what has been done.
Yes.
From all you have said. And I actually pick a word from you when you said, yes, handball is going well in Nigeria, but your concern is the money coming in. How are they being spent, right?
Yes. Handball, yes, handball improved in Nigeria. Let me be very frank about it. Handball, I was among those who spoke the first time that handball was going into coma. And it took us a lot of fight to bring handball to this position. And not to handle it to individuals who will hold it like a personal property. And that was what the former president did. And we allowed him for that long, and we started fighting. And it looks as if we were fighting a personal distance. He was a very nice man, Alhaji Yusuf Dauda. He knew he was wrong. He said, look, I have done this, I am sorry. Everybody within the handball circle, we sat on the table. We said the game must move beyond us. And before you know what was happening, it was resolved. The same son was still on the table when this thing happened. And the next thing, he's still towing the same lane, and even worse than that. They have the money that is coming in from Prudent. What we are saying is that it's a great thing to have a sponsor, but we must encourage the sponsor. Handball attitude drove Malta Guinness. The handball attitude and some personality drove Malta Guinness from handball. And we want to believe that this is one of the things we need to check. Handball is not an avenue where somebody will just come in and make a fortune out of it. Nobody is saying he's stealing. It's just that we say something is missing. You say, no, me steal and more. That is this situation that we have found ourselves. So none of us, I'm not accusing Sam that is a thief or anything. But what I am saying is that he is not accountable. He's a banker. He should have done more than that. In fact, even I came here with handball Federation Constitution. I also came here, that's the former one, which has not been really repaired. I came with it. The present one, which has not been adopted, I was supposed to adopt before he started aborting further meetings. I came with it. I came with the one that they wrote before.
This is the Constitution?
Yeah, these are the Constitution. This is one of the Constitutions that they wrote before. You came with 3 now? I came with 3. This is the one they wrote before. This is the one that we wrote to appeal that one when we met and we said, look, you cannot sit in your room and write a Constitution. We wrote this. This is another one that they started drafting. And this is the one that has ever been used by handball as a Federation of Nigeria. This is the old Constitution you can see. And the old one simply made it clear that there must be yearly presentation of finances. 1. 2, they said audited account. This account is not audited. He's a banker. He knows what audited account is. So what are we saying? It's just to go and give some people change. Then they'll start insulting people. You are hating handball. You're doing no. What I do, I have spent personal fortune on handball. Every year I sponsor all secondary school handball in Otukpo. I have organized a handball reunion in Benue in conjunction with Benue State government, which is worth over close to like 4-5 million, which personal millions to enter. I was also part of the first reorganizing of the Open Championship, the Samocho Open Championship. I took everybody to Benue, and the governor graciously approved the sponsorship. So it is, and even in Abuja here, I'm the present Secretary General of FCT Handball Referee Association, and then the chairman of sportsmen in Parade Ground. So you can see that we organize championship from our money, and the first and only home and away handball league that has ever happened in Nigeria was sponsored by me, FCT Handball League, home and away. You can tell, all of them can testify to that. It took a lot of fortune from me.
No.
But at the end of the day, we were able to do it with our own fund, and it helped. That's why we have the road safety and the civil defense and the others are strong team in FCT today. You know.
Well, from the way it is right now, we've been talking with Benjamin Obe, ex-international handball player, who has been saying his own side of this particular story. But before I will let you go, before we wrap it up, now, since you say you are going to cross appeal, what if, I'm only trying to say, what if the president called for a truce?
Well, I think he has called for a truce before. And one thing I do in my life, I stay by my words. If I tell you I'm going to do this, I'll do it. If I tell you I'm not going to do this thing, if you like carry cutlass tomorrow, I will not do it. Because if I'm not convinced. He actually called for a truce before between myself, my lawyer, and the president of the Mega Veterans Abuja, I think Jubril Seido. If not for Jubril, I wouldn't even go in the first place. But when we met for the truce, I actually said, okay, no problem. Let us sit down. Let's see how the whole thing goes. But and since then, too, I kept my own part of the agreement. We said, okay, there's no need talking about it. Let's see how we'll make things work. But he is the one now that took me to court. And I will not fold my hands and watch. Whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to cross appeal. And I'm also going, because the judge, he said the judge is not comfortable with the judgment. Me too, I'm not comfortable with the judgment. I will also cross appeal and tell the judge, say, look, number one, tell the law enforcement agency, since he has refused to give me when I wrote to him the first time, let him go and submit to them, let them look at it. They will call me and I will tell them. He will also come and sit down and tell them. So I think I'm going to cross appeal. And when I cross appeal, he will know the difference between joke and joke, even though they have the same spelling. So at this point, I just believe that in my life, I don't keep, it's not an issue of, it's not a personal thing.
Okay.
It's not a personal thing between me or Sam, no. We have very good relationship. But one thing I need to say is that when you see anybody dancing on the mouth of the road, the people beating drum, they are by the side.
But
so
a way to end the show with
you must choose the good people to stay by the side to beat the drum for you.
Benjamin Obe has been talking there as a handball player. Well, right now, when you actually hear drum being beaten, you just know that some people are inside the bush coming from him there. Before we go, quickly, let's just run through some stories quickly, just like giving you update. We talk about Real Madrid playing against AFCON. Talk about the AFCON group. We have the Golden Eagles to face Morocco, South Africa, and Zambia in Group B. And quickly, let's look at those groups. We have Algeria, Senegal, Congo, Somalia, Nigeria, Morocco, South Africa, and Zambia in Group B. And Group C, Cameroon, Mali, Burkina Faso, South Sudan. That's just to give you update concerning 2023 under 17. Well, from the way it is right now, well, Real Madrid, Valencia will also be coming up. They'll be playing in the La Liga match tonight. That will be a big one there between Real Madrid and Valencia. Not forgetting the fact that Italian Coppa Italia, Juventus will be facing Lazio. Just giving you update. Juventus versus Lazio will be coming up. And Super Falcons midfielder Ngozi Okobi joins Levante of Spain there. Good one for him, or for her rather, on loan. 55-year-old Japanese striker Kazuyoshi Miura signs for Portuguese second division side Oliveirense, 55-year-old player. He doesn't want to retire. And Arsenal are tracking Chelsea winger Callum Hudson-Odoi on loan at Bayern Leverkusen. And two more. We look at Everton are keen to sign Ghana forward Andre Ayew on free transfer. While the last one says Real Madrid are set to bid for Borussia Dortmund forward Karim Adeyemi. And you have Barcelona to offer Spain midfielder Sergio Roberto new contract. Also to give you updates concerning those events in the world of sport. We'll be in the studio with Benjamin Obe. Thank you very much for coming to see your own side of the story.
Thank you very much.
Good one. I am Adeniyi Ajisafe. Sport is always business and fitness. Thanks for watching.